It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward calling this contest for you. And right now, we're putting the secondaries on notice because we have a couple of wide receiver rooms, not just dudes, rooms that can test every level of a defense.
Yeah, it's more than just the headliner, right? We know the top options, but for these offenses, it's the depth at the wide receiver room that's such a big deal. If you overcommit to the biggest playmaker, a couple other players, well, they can hit you down the field just as easily. And with how both offenses love to mix up their routes and looks in the passing game, you better buckle up in the secondary.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Barner's got it. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Staying with Walker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is Walker on 2nd. Oh, stiff arm. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Darnold now to throw. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Here's Darnold. Quick slant complete. It's a Seattle touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They motion a receiver left. On second down, Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Daniels from the pistol. That one's complete, right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, here's Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Second and 3. This one's caught. It's cut near the sideline. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
It was such a privilege.
Dan Quinn pretty confident that they missed something there. He's going to challenge that call. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 41. Cup on the catch. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Darnold. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Darnold looking to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Darnold. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Seahawks get 6 more on their early advantage. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. Brushes him off with ease. And it ends there, but a very short field awaiting them. He's out on the opposing side of the field. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now go with Walker on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Man in motion here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Commanders will go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Daniels off the play action. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Play fake here. Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Again, Daniels to the air. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He puts some power on a deep one left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And they'll have 90-plus yards ahead of them as they take over following the pick. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And not much going there. Short run only reaches the 10. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They're going play action. Finds Smith and Jigba. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. And quick to the left, it's caught. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Walker on first down. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous playing upfield and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Steps up and he's running with it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the 46. He's on the move. this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on first, and then we go backwards on second. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on third down.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Darnold now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Walker running to the right. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Running with Walker again. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Commanders set to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Daniels now. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders working here. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
After the sack, another pass on second down. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Now Darnold. Pass complete to Walker. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing it just before halftime. That's taken in by Cup. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Staying with Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 4. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Daniels on 1st down. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Daniels. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Seahawks offense running out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the 1st down marker.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now he'll throw off the play fake. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the ground with Walker. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now off play action. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Walker now from the gun. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Touchdown, Seattle! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Fielded at the 7. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here's 2nd and 14. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Daniels from the pistol. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, ball at the 36. It's Walker on the option. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
This is Walker on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. McLaurin, the receiver, in motion left. A toss now to Robinson. Open space inside the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And this one doesn't go far. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Throwing the out route complete. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun here. It's into the hands of White. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That is some old-school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Connects with Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing here, Darnold. Brought in close to the 8. It's a Seattle touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Put the body on the line for his deep. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders trail by just 1. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Daniels now. That's taken in by Samuel. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. Has a man. It's Ertz. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Here's Robinson, and he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Here he is to throw. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try him left side. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Sims now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is to throw. He just throws this one away.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he'd love to know the tendencies of a defense. And third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Trying for it, it's Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.